everyone. Thanks for tuning in to my live feed here. Just wanted to jump on for a while. Tonight, this is my normal Wednesday night at 9 o'clock video that I've been doing over the past few months. And I'm here at my friend's bar here in St. Petersburg Beach, Florida. It's called the Shaded Keg. So if you're in the area, come here and check it out. It's really nice, great food, great people, beautiful location, and it's just a really chill environment. But I want to explain that because you probably hear music in the background, and I just wanted to explain why there's music in the background. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's a really cool place here. Anyways, the subject I wanted to talk about tonight is that obviously I've been talking a lot about current energies of the world and how people are responding to things and all that good stuff. And one of them I wanted to kind of speak about is light in people's eyes. And there's a lot of villainizing people for their beliefs. And it's interesting because we can not agree with somebody, but doesn't make them a villain. And I'm talking about the interactions with people you interact with on a daily basis or a weekly basis, your coworkers, your friends, your family, all that kind of stuff. I saw recently somebody unfriended and blocked their mother. And so it just made me start to think. Today I was having a conversation with somebody and we were talking about all the current energies and the things that are going on in the world. And they were talking about their emotions, about how they felt about things and all that kind of stuff. And I said, do you really want to know how you can tell if somebody's really just a good person? And she said, how? And I said, well, today I watched one of the managers do a presentation and I could see their aura standing on them like huge. It was all golden and just very radiant and stuff like that. And I said, now, not everybody can see auras, and I get that. And so, and with that being said, I wanted to talk about the fact that most people can see light in people's eyes. And so somebody that is a really good person, their light emanates and radiates from them. Now, even people that are very depressed, you'll still see light in their eyes. Even though their energy is very low and their frequency is very low, you'll still see light in their eyes. Now, people that operate just from that dark place and they're inherently just not a good person, like they think when they're thinking about you, they think about just about how to get something from you or manipulate you into whatever it is they want. That's somebody that we want to steer away from. We generally call them narcissists. And so those types of people, you'll see their eyes will be very pale and very dim. You won't see like you'll even see in my eyes the light that's kind of emanating a little bit here in the eyes, and you'll see that on people, and it's very, very prevalent in a lot of people. And so that's because if they're doing something that is, I have my days where I'm a complete jerk, and those, I have to apologize for the things that I do and the things that I say. That's just how people learn. We make lessons, or we have lessons in life, and we grow from our mistakes. Also, we have to start kind of there's people that make decisions or say things based on ignorance. They don't know. Ignorance doesn't mean they're stupid. It just means that they're not aware. And so it's very important to understand that we don't want to villainize people for ignorance. We don't want to villainize people for, maybe in their core, they are intending to do the right thing and say the right thing, but we just need to educate them on what they're saying. And those are things we don't want to villainize them. That's the key thing we have to be able to understand. And what's happening right now is there's so much division because we want to villainize people and place blame on other people. I made a comment or a post the other day. A friend of mine said, hey, well, people are not holding themselves accountable. No doubt. That is human nature. We do things where we don't hold ourselves accountable. We are not held accountable for our actions. We might get away with something for a long, long time, and then we're not held accountable for our actual actions. And so that happens to all of us. And how do we learn? We learn by either somebody holding us accountable, telling us the truth, speaking to us, educating us, and then we look inward and we learn from it. That's how we've all learned. We got in trouble with our parents when we were younger. We probably grounded, or some people call it, I don't know what they call it, up north we call it you got grounded. And so, or you just got, whatever, you got your toys taken away from you or whatever. That was being held accountable when you were younger. Some people, I'm sure some of you've gotten speeding tickets before. I've gotten plenty of them. You know, the speeding tickets being holding me accountable for my actions of speeding. But the point here is that like I mentioned, not everybody can see people's auras. You know, but we can see the glistening in their eyes or the light in their eyes, and that's something we have to pay attention to. And it doesn't mean, one of the things, this is the throat chakra. So the throat chakra, when we speak our truth, but it comes from here, the heart. The heart is the part that not only does it speak from truth, but it comes from compassion. And what's happening is that people are getting caught up in their anger, so to speak, and they're caught down here in these lower chakras, these earthly chakras, and nothing is coming up past the solar plexus, which is the connection to other people. And what's happening is we're getting angry with each other and nothing is coming from the heart. And that's why there is this journey from the 18-inch journey from the heart to the head, so to speak. And we start thinking and responding to people because we're reactive. Somebody says something, we react to it. Somebody does something, we react to it. Now there's what is called proactive thinking, where there is a space between your stimulus and your response. And what happens is not a lot of people are thinking about their response, or there's the gap in between. They're just literally, stimulus is happening, they're reacting. Stimulus is happening, and they're reacting. And so what's happening is all these people are just reacting. It's like this ping pong going back and forth, and nobody is stopping and saying, wait, how do I respond to this in a way that will help somebody understand where I'm coming from? And that's the key thing that's happening. I mean, it's interesting, like every day some people put away their social media, and yes, I take breaks from it, but I actually scroll through my Facebook on purpose because I want to get those reactions so that I can pause for a second and say, all right, if I am going to choose to respond to this, if I am going to choose to comment on this, how am I going to choose to comment? And there's many times when I start to like, you effing moron, what the hell are you thinking? And then I have to back up and delete. I'm sure somebody you can relate to this, because I don't want to villainize that person. And I want to respond in a way to where I've thought it out and I speak on a level where we're having a conversation with each other. Have I always been successful with that? Absolutely not. I've responded and I've let my emotions get the better of me, and I've literally reacted. And how I've learned about this is by processing this and saying, oh, wow, maybe that wasn't the best response. And, you know, I learned from it, and I have to go back and admit my mistakes. And that's how we have to handle this, because right now everything is so polarized and everybody is so heated. What they're responding from is this part of the brain here in the back of the brain. And that is what some people refer to as the reptilian brain. And what a reptilian brain does is it reacts based on instincts. And where do we get our instincts? We get our instincts from previous experiences where we've been hurt, shut out, not listened to, not paid attention to. And because we haven't been paid attention to, we respond because that's our knee-jerk reaction. So how do we learn? How do we practice emotional intelligence? We stop by saying, wait a second, where did this come from? Why am I responding to this? Am I still being ruled by experiences of the past? Do I want to judge this person and respond to them based on how others have treated me? Or do I want to judge and respond to this person based on the experience that I'm having right now? When do I want to change or break this cycle? Do I want to change to break this cycle because I want to live in freedom of my emotions? My emotions enhance my experience. I don't want to be ruled by my emotions. And that's the key thing here. We have to understand there's nothing wrong with getting angry and having that emotion, because it's a part of us. Don't let that anger drive you to the point to where you just like block people out, scream at each other, and argue. Because what's happening is nothing is getting done. Nothing is being resolved. Nothing is being healed. And what this time has been for 2020 is been healing those parts of our shadow that we haven't had a chance to look at. And trust me, I've been going through it. I just had this experience a few weeks ago. I was in deep meditation, and I had this little inner child, me, step up. It was like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old voice within me that started to cry because it felt like his mother had abandoned him. Well, most of you know my mother transitioned in 2012. And so that part of me, I had to embrace it and hold it and understand it and love it. And with that being said, I've also had experiences where people that were close to me hurt my feelings. And I've also had experiences where people didn't want to listen to my opinion. And so, those are where those reactions come from. And you got to get it within yourself so that you can start looking at these reactions and understanding yourself on a greater level. So, but the important part of this broadcast, and I'm only going to take a few minutes to do it, is that we're villainizing people. So look at yourself, look at your reaction so that you can respond in a proactive response. And then also look at people and let's not villainize them. Let's look at them as souls that are having an experience and souls that make mistakes just like you have. We've all said stupid things. We've all said things that harm other people. And it's time for us to start looking at that. It doesn't mean we don't hold each other accountable. We should definitely do that. We all need to be held accountable. It means that you have some compassion and understanding of what people are going through right now. And what are people going through right now? The same things you're going through. You're all hurt. You're all scared. You're all nervous. You're all uncertain of what's going to happen. People are losing their jobs. Businesses are closing down. People are getting sick, and people are getting hurt, and people are seeing things that scare the shit out of them. And that's something to be compassionate about. And we have to really start looking at that when we respond to them. Like I said, I'm not going to take too much time tonight, but I will tell you that if you go to my website, I just want to leave you with this. You go and there's going to be this thing that pops up. You sign up for my newsletter. It's going to send you back a free downloadable CD. I hope you all enjoy it. Much love. And I love that you guys are interacting with me and coming on here and checking out my live feed. My next one is going to be on Monday, and I'm trying to confirm that my friend Emily Rivera will be my guest. And she is the angel coach, and she used to do a show on my radio station many years ago. So I'm hoping she's going to come on, and we'll be talking about the current state of consciousness. So that should be pretty powerful. My friend Elias Petras will be on sometime in August. We haven't confirmed the date yet. So that'll be something that we'll have out there as well. Hey, I hope you enjoy your dinner. I know that you're on my Lamplight group page, so I can't see who you are, but I hope you enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much, and much love to you. And everybody, have a wonderful night. And I just wanted to point out this beautiful pride flag with the peace sign behind me. Much love. Have a great night.